start with the questions. What is a species, Amadeo?
It's a group of organisms that all share the same characteristics.
Very good. What is hybrid, Ruben?
Hybrid is the offspring resulting from combining the qualities of two organisms of different breeds.
So they can breed. What can breed there? They can breed two
different organisms.
From different species.
Are not the same species. Okay, very good. Now, what is variation?
Can I say it?
Yes, you can, Amadeo.
The presence of differences between two organisms that come from the same species, like eye color.
Yes. Another example?
Well, we have continuous and discontinuous variation.
Yes, what is the differences between continuous and discontinuous variation, Ruben?
The continuous variation can change, and discontinuous doesn't change. For example, discontinuous eye of color.
Eye color, it will not change. Okay, very good.
Continuous is the size of body that we can grow.
Okay,
yes.
Very good.
Discontinuous is blood type that doesn't change.
Also, blood type is discontinuous variation. Great, very good. Now, let's start here. Always we can do a question. Why we classify things? As example, if you go to the mall to get some new clothes, where we will go?
To the shopping center.
To the sector where you want to get your clothes.
Okay, so what does it mean this? It means that the mall, city, school, and your closet are all organized. So you and other people can get things without wasting extra time and effort. Also, scientists will organize and classify things so that they are easier to investigate and understand. Today, we will start to explain the topic classification of living things. Now, you can see these pictures. What do you understand from these pictures? For example, in the first picture, Amadeo, what do you see here?
Body.
So we have we have the parts of our human body.
So all the organs are in the first picture. In the second one are the elements of chemistry, while in the third one is the interaction of ecosystem. Okay, very good. Now let's see it carefully, this picture. You will organize right now these living things. How you can organize?
The fish.
Yes.
It's only one fish.
No, in fact, there are two fishes.
Is the purple one and the blue one?
Yes.
Or not?
Blue and the red one, yes.
Yeah, blue and red.
Yes, blue and red. Sorry.
Okay.
Fish look like a butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
And bird are the red, purple, and black and blue.
Okay, very good. So you did it in this way. Firstly, we can say that we grouped them by their color. So blue, red, or so blue or red. While another classification is here. So these are grouped by type of organisms.
Fish,
butterfly, and birds.
Birds, yeah.
Okay. This is probably a more meaningful way to group these for scientific purposes than the previous slide's grouping by color. So this is very important to know that this is the way how you can group the living things. Now, the most basic classification system is based on domains and kingdoms. Organisms are classified into domains or kingdoms based on this characteristic. The first characteristic is if they are unicellular or
multicellular.
Okay. Organism can be prokaryotic or eukaryotic. Okay, very good. Now, the other, autotrophic or heterotrophic. And they can produce sexually or asexually.
Yeah.
Now, can you say to me the difference between unicellular and multicellular? One of you, please.
Teacher, can I say it?
Yes, you can.
So unicellular are organisms with only one cell.
All right. And multicellular?
Are organisms that have multiple cells.
It means that we'll have many cells, or more than two cells. Now,
yes, they have multiple cells.
yes, very good.
Yeah,
What
multiple
about
cells.
prokaryotic and eukaryotic? The differences.
Ruben or me?
Who wants?
I can say.
Okay, say it.
Prokaryotic, to explain their characteristics. For example, is bacteria. Prokaryotes have no real nucleus.
Mm-hmm.
They have a flagellum.
Yes, very good.
DNA in a loop in the cell.
Mm-hmm.
They have few organelles.
Few organelles, very good. What
They
about
can reproduce
eukaryotic?
asexually and sexually.
Okay, and what is eukaryotic?
Eukaryotic, for example, is fungi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fungi, very good. And
Fungi,
what about
yes.
autotrophic and heterotrophic, Ruben?
Can I? Okay,
Yes.
the autotrophic is when the plant made their own food. And the
Okay.
heterotrophs when they get the ready food from.
So can get the food ready. Okay, so animals, for example.
Yeah.
All right. Now you have to listen to me carefully. Listen to me, and then if I will do question to you, you will answer. Now, which is the basic classification? First, you have to know that there are 3 domains of living organisms based on their characteristics. As example is archaea, also known as archaeobacteria. Second, eubacteria, called also bacteria. And eukarya. Okay. Now, let's wait some minutes, please. Okay. Now, you have to know that eukarya has 4 kingdoms. Which are these kingdoms? First is fungi,
Yeah.
plants, and animals. All right. Now, one by one, I will start to explain the characteristic for each one.
Okay.
But please listen to me carefully. Now, domain archaea. Archaea means ancient bacteria. Organisms in archaea are unicellular, prokaryotic, autotrophic, or heterotrophic. Organisms that reproduce asexually, bacteria that have adapted to extreme environments. What does it mean this? It means that archaea will live in extreme environments. It means that we'll have, for example, hot environments or very cold environments in high temperatures or in low temperatures. Domain archaea has only one kingdom known as archaea. Okay, very good. Now, what about domain eubacteria? You have to know that eu means true bacteria. They are unicellular, prokaryotic, they are autotrophic or heterotrophic, they are organisms that will reproduce only asexually, okay? The most abundant organisms on Earth, one bacterium can give rise to 10 million in 24 hours. Okay. Found in almost every habitat in the Earth. And also you have to know that the domain eubacteria has only one kingdom called eubacteria. Now, which are the common things between archaea and eubacteria? You have to know that they are grouped together and they are known as prokaryotes. Okay.
Prokaryotes.
Because they have the lack of nucleus and organelles.
Yes,
okay,
and they have a flagellum.
Yes, bacteria will have a flagellum. Very good. Now, domain eukarya, eukaryotic. So again, domain eukarya. First is eukaryotic, very diverse, unicellular or multicellular. They are autotrophic or heterotrophic. They will reproduce sexually or asexually. They can be split into 4 kingdoms. Which are they? Protista. Again, can you say this one?
Protista, fungi, plants, and animals.
Very good. Great. Now, let's say something about the characteristic of each kingdom. Protista, mostly unicellular and microscopic, autotrophic or heterotrophic. Can be infections agent, okay? As example, amoeba, algae, plasmodium that causes malaria. Plants, for example, which is a characteristic of plants. Multicellular green plants, it means that they can do photosynthesis because they have chloroplast. They have a cell wall. Also, you know that inside of the cell wall, you will find what?
A cellulose.
Cellulose. Very good. And as example are mosses, ferns, trees, flowering plants, etc.
Yeah.
What about fungi? Fungi are multicellular, heterotrophic, decomposers. Okay. As
also
example,
can be infection agents.
Yeah. So as example, we can take mushrooms, athlete's food, etc. And animals, they are multicellular, they are heterotrophic. And at animal, we cannot find the cell wall. So the animal cell will not have cell wall. As example, insects, spiders, crabs, birds, and humans. And in the end, let's remind again together that which are the three domains? Archaea, eubacteria, eukaryote, or eukaryote. In the domain Archaea is only one kingdom that is known as Archaea. In domain Eubacteria is known also one kingdom that is known as Eubacteria, while at Eukarya is Protista, fungi, plants, and animals. Now, for homework, you will take and you will describe the characteristics of Archaea and bacteria. Also, you will describe the characteristic of plants, animals, fungi, and Protista.
Okay.
Okay. We can say goodbye now?
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.